They're off. Racing away over a mile and a furlong in the Bet365 Feilden Stakes. Pretty level beginning on the whole, with Jayarebe going forwards the orange and white colours, and also Caviar Heights wanting to go and lead up this field. Right behind them is Whip Cracker, and very free on the rail is Fabre, who's currently in 4th position. Narkez at this point in time settled right in the middle for Mikel Barcelona, with up on the outside a very free going Immortal Knight will be to the left in the yellow jacket, a white cap. Gasper de Lemos is with that runner. They're then followed by Ambiente Friendly down the field for El Cordobés and also Native American, but they're very well stacked up here. There'd be no more than 3 or 4 lengths between the 10 runners. Immortal Knight to the left, tugging his way to the front, shows up from Gasper de Lemos, who's to the left-hand side, the white-faced runner. They're then followed by a Whip Cracker in 3rd and Jayarebe. Away to the right is Caviar Heights. The next wave of runners include Ambiente Friendly, El Cordobés, a Native American who will look to make a move to the far side. Narkez is still bang there, but has only got one behind, Fabre, who's also coming now with that runner towards the near side rail. Working their way inside the final 3 furlongs. Pace uplifting. Jayarebe with to the right Caviar Heights. Behind them, Whip Cracker is improving. Narkez will need a gap through. They're heading in towards the dip. Jayarebe is still rolling on the sharp end. Leads by more than a length now over Caviar Heights. Then Whip Cracker. Narkez can't pick them up. Ambiente Friendly and Gasper de Lemos in the centre. But Jayarebe is extending away inside the furlong. Jayarebe is clear by 2 over Whip Cracker and Caviar Heights. But Jayarebe is stamping his authority on this field in fine fashion. Jayarebe, an impressive winner. Whip Cracker 2nd, Caviar Heights 3rd. Then Ambiente Friendly.
Jayarebe has won the field and Meehan is his trainer, and that was really, really impressive.
Yes, yeah, really pleased with him. It's really nice win. I liked they went a good gallop, loved the way he quickened, loved the way he stretched on up the straight. Yeah, really pleased.
It looks as though he's really switched on. What do you put that down to?
He's just that type of horse, really. I mean, he's a little bit lazy at home, but he's got a nice way about him. You know, he had a good, you know, the maiden obviously last year he won first time out, but you know he had to be switched on for Paris after that, and possibly maybe the 7 furlongs that day just sharpened him up a little bit too, you know.
And I've heard that he's been for a barrier trial, is that right?
Yes, yeah, he had a barrier trial earlier on in the spring.
Yeah, and that's helped him from the gate?
Oh, definitely, it's a day out, you know, and they get a good blow into them and good gallop, you know.
The fact that you ran him in a Group 1 on his 2nd start in the Jean-Luc Lagardere, that gives an idea of the regard that you hold him in, and that's always been there. You've seen it since he was 2.
Yeah, absolutely. The day we bought him as a yearling, he always looked like he'd be a proper horse.
So what's the plan? I noticed he hasn't got any fancy entries.
Yeah, we weren't sort of that pushed at this stage, but I think probably Ascot, the name of the race.
The 10 furlong race?
Yes.
The Hampton
Court, yeah.
Right.
That would be the race that I'd have a long, hard look at. And of course he's French bred as well, so he would have to, he will need to race in France quite a bit because he qualifies for the premiums.
Might you go en route to Royal Ascot somewhere in France?
Maybe. I did have a look the other day, there's nothing overly attractive. And I'd be more inclined to look forward to the sort of summer and the autumn with him.
Okay. And does he have any ground needs in your view?
Don't think so. I mean, it's good ground today, I think.
Yes.
We'd have to wait and see what he'd be like on fast ground. I'm sure he'll encounter it at some stage. But, you know, he's a nice moving horse and well balanced. So.
How excited are you by him?
Very. Yeah, really excited. yeah. Trying to keep it contained.
Well, I mean, that was some performance. Later on, you've got Kathmandu, who is very unexposed. Tell me about her.
She's really nice. You know, she did nothing wrong last year. She's got a nice profile for the race, I feel. And she's working really well, really impressive with her work. And she's a lovely filly. I think she deserves to be here.
You're trying turf for the first time, but you had hoped to run her, but it got too soft, didn't it, last year?
Yeah, I mean, that was it, really. And it was just sensible to carry on. She was a little bit slow to come to hand, and then she was ready, and we just kept going. And so they'll work very well for her.
And it's from a great family. You probably heard that her younger half-brother impressed in the Greaves-Ups yesterday.
Yeah, congratulations to vendor and the purchaser. So, yeah, he looked a lovely horse. And she certainly is. She's a lovely filly.
Okay. All right, well, very best of luck with her, and many congratulations here, Brian. Well done.
Thank you.
2 races here at Newmarket and 2 winners for Sean Levey, Dart 30 in the first, and now Jayarebe in the Feilden Stakes. Congratulations. You weren't too impressed with the vase that you received as a prize.
I got so many of them, just like pottering around the house, and I can't give them away either. So.
You just need to buy flowers to fill them, Sean.
Well, that's the thing. You know, there's only so many flowers you can buy for the wife's got loads of them around the house.
Let's concentrate on the horse. He was really, really impressive in the end. Did he impress you?
Very much so. I think it was a little bit of a fact-finding mission with him, mostly because his work at home has been laid back, I suppose. He'd done plenty. He went away to Chelmsford for a barrier trial. Like I said, it's been so hard to get on the turf. And he hasn't been on the turf, but he's been away and he's worked well without lighting up the gallop, so to speak. So I thought it was a good starting point because we always liked him last year. And I'm just glad to see him do it so well.
And talk me through the race. You're always towards the 4 with that tailwind at play again.
I find when you got the wind behind you here and the ground is the way it is, I think rhythm is everything, especially if you got a staying type like him. I know he'll get further in time. So I think I was happy just to let him get out there without restraint and let him get into a rhythm. He'd done it comfortably, even when the horses joined him on either side. He held his own rhythm all the way down, and I was able to build on that. And then obviously the further I was going, the further away he was going. So I'd say in the future he'll definitely stay a bit further, and we'll probably start as we step him up, probably swap the way we ride him, I suppose. But,
yes. Yeah.
But no, when they do it like that, they give themselves every chance of progressing. So no, happy with that.
And he's adaptable in terms of you can change the way you ride him.
I'd like to think so. He didn't give me any troubles there. Like I said, normally when they're having their first run of the year, when horses join them, they get a bit competitive. Sometimes, if you've allowed them to jump forward out of the gates and someone joins you, you're kind of in a situation where you might end up doing too much. But it wasn't a problem with him. He was happy for the horses to join him early, and he was happy to hold his own. And, I think if he's done that his first outing, he'll just get easier to ride as the year goes on.
And if it ever stops raining, would he be able to handle quicker ground as well?
I feel as though he's got a roundish action on him, and I've always thought he wouldn't have a problem in soft ground, and I believe his run in Newmarket was with a cut on the ground. So I'm not worried about that at all.
But faster ground might be...
I'm not sure on how much faster he'd handle.
Right.
It was nice to be... Obviously, we go on a down a hill there on good ground, so I'd say good to firm, he's fine, but if it starts to get a little bit quicker, maybe the back of your head sort of a worry about it.
And Brian's talking about the Hampton Court, the 10 furlong race at Royal Ascot as a potential target. That seems about right from what we've just seen here.
I think so. He's done no wrong. He's a big horse. He's going to get better. And I like it when they find races with a bit of space in between, and just give him a chance between one. And I think he feels to me a nice progressive type. So it sounds about right, yeah.
Okay. Well, great starts of the day. Many congratulations to you, and hopefully I'll be speaking to you again.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Thanks.
You.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.